going to be taking a look at a range of lubes. These are the Spunk Lubes. There's actually 3 of them within the range. I've been testing these out over the last month or so, and we've given them a pretty good test. The reason they're called Spunk Lube will become apparent in a few minutes when I show you what they actually look like. And you actually have 3 in the range. You have Hybrid Spunk, this is Pink Spunk, which is designed for women, and this one is the Silicone Spunk. I'm going to start by showing you the actual original Spunk Lube, which is this one. It comes in this handy little container, which I really like. And to do this, I'm going to demonstrate this way. I have a piece of glass. As soon as I do that, I'm pretty sure you're going to figure out why it's called Spunk Lube. It actually does look like spunk, relatively, but it really comes into its own when you start to play with it. This begins to take on spunk-like qualities, for want of a better way of putting it. This is actually a hybrid lube, as I said. This is a water-based lube, which makes it safe to use with all toys, but it does contain some silicone, and I like the fact that it has that. I can see why this is so popular within the adult world, because this does kind of resemble the real thing. Obviously, the more you play with it, you can probably see it's taking on that quality. It is a long-lasting lube, which I really like. Now I'm going to show you the Spunk Pink, which is this one. This one is basically for women. The only difference that I can ascertain between the two is obviously the colour. This is pink and this is white. If you have real spunk this colour, go to the doctor, but that's a whole nother subject. It acts in basically the same way. And the other thing to note with this is this has no glycerine in the ingredients. I've actually listed all the ingredients on clinical.com for you in my full review, and the address is in the description underneath if you're interested. So that's the two. They basically do the same thing. They basically are the same lube, except this is obviously red, pink, and this one has no glycerine in it, which probably makes it more friendly for a lot of women. If it's something that bothers you, yeast infections, then I would pick the pink. I've used both. I've not had any problems with either. So those are those 2 lubes, and as I say, they are completely latex safe, so you can use them with condoms. They do last a long time. We found over an extensive period of testing that they last a long time, and if they do get a bit, I want to say globby, but it's probably not the right word, but if they do get really globby, then they're easily reactivated with either saliva or a quick spritz of water. You really don't need very much for play on these. And I'm just going to wipe those off. That's how easy cleanup is. This is just a wet paper towel. You can see it's gone. It does the same thing with the skin. I mean, there's nothing there now. And I'm going to show you this one, which is a slightly different take. This is silicone lube, which, as you will see, is a completely different liquid. This is actually a liquid. This is extremely slippery. But this one, unlike a lot of other of the silicone lubes that are out there, can be used with silicone toys. I've actually tested this theory out myself. It is also waterproof. I don't know if you can see on there, but it is incredibly slippery, this stuff. And I actually really like this for partner play. The other thing with this worth noting is this is waterproof, so you can actually use this in the tub, etc, etc. And basically there really isn't any real, as far as I can tell, there are no downsides to Spunk Lube at all. I actually really like this lube. We've been using this quite extensively, as I say, within our research. I do like the fact that this is slippery, and I love the fact that it's waterproof. That makes it a lot of fun for us. And again, cleanup's real easy with that one. I would actually use recommend using a bit of soap with that one, because silicone lube tends to stick around a bit longer. So anyway, there you have it. There are the 3 lubes in the Spunk range. You have, as I say, Pink Spunk. I love saying that. pink spunk, which is designed for the girls, the hybrid spunk, which is the original spunk, and also the silicone lube, the silicone spunk. So when you've got all three of these in your arsenal, you're pretty much set to go and do whatever you want sexually, which is exactly what I'm going to go do now. I'm going to go practice on it, to do some more research on some other toys. So I will speak to you soon, and I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye bye now.